Hello everyone, a new week, so we're looking for new opportunities. Let's start off with a disclaimer. As you know, this is my view on the market. I want to share my view with others, so I hope the things I say, the things I think, the things I go through will help you to develop your own way to look at the market and find opportunities and make trading something beautiful to make money, enjoy the freedom, and whatever trading it means to you. So let's get started. The last couple of weeks I've been doing analysis on forex, on stocks a little, and on indices. Indices have been on my list for a while. I've been waiting for the moment ever since the year started. We were in this correction, so let's get right through it with the S&P. There were a couple of levels. This one, I think I was looking for it to break. Oh, wait a minute. So let's get some of these levels off. Anyway, we were in the bigger picture, like I showed you in the previous view. Markets were going up. Things consolidated last year and started to break down lower. Well, this whole consolidation turned into a downward move. Ever since the year started, we have seen some pretty much rally to the upside. This was a critical level for price to be reaching. It did, and it formed some kind of a double top maybe over here if you look at it in a 4-hour chart. Not really a clear trend line in here, but if you want to call it, maybe this was the break and the retest of the trend line, something like that. Not really that clean, not really what we're looking for. But what we are looking for is this level acted as support a couple of times. It got broken, and now price is started to move lower. I'm not going to say this is going to be a straight line downward. I think by the end of Friday, with some profit taking, caused this minor pullback. So maybe this level will get retested, and from here on out we'll see another leg. Maybe we'll see a retest of this level before we'll see another leg lower. But my bearish bias is on. I'm not taking any longs in this market. I'm looking for shorts. So to make it a little bit more visual, I'm expecting a pullback from here into the previous support, maybe now resistance zone, or a little higher, and from there on out we'll see another move further to the downside. Maybe interesting to notice. To me, this is some kind of I'm not looking for swing trades in this one. This is a very long rally to the upside. The reversal over here to me is very important. I want to take this opportunity to I want to ride this for quite some time. So defining it as a swing trade or trend trade, to me this is more like a trend trade, I guess. Take the full potential out of that trade. So let's one more example of making it visual for you guys. Coming into this market around here, this should be of course your stop loss, and if the potential is back to these lows or maybe beyond, then you have a risk reward of 1 to 6.6. so this is a great thing. This is you risk 100 dollars or euros or wherever you're trading in to get a 600. That's the ideal thing you're looking for. Maybe you can add another one, so it's 2 to 1200. It's up to you how your risk management rules are. So that for the S&P. Let's go to the Dow Jones. Same thing. The uptrend seemed to have come to a pause. Not without a reason. Also ran into a certain level. I'm expecting, looking at this chart, I'm expecting a pullback before we see the full drop I'm expecting a pullback first, maybe into these levels. Same kind of setup. This is almost an identical chart, and then we'll get more. Dow Jones, Nasdaq, same thing, same thing. Like I said, if this breaks out, we'll see more upward momentum. Well, that didn't happen, so we are this did happen, so price got rejected. Again, expecting a pullback, and then we'll see where we go from there. So what do we have? Clean the charts a little bit. That's for and of course the Russell. Oh, this is the Russell. Sorry, this is the Russell. Or the Nasdaq. Where's the Nasdaq? Well, it's for the US market. This is it. Nasdaq will come later. We have this one as well. The FTSE 100. We had this kind of looks like a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Let's zoom in a little bit over here. Price dropped, came back, and is now looking for this is the first pullback. So let's see what price will do over here. If this will find more momentum to the downside. Keep in mind that this is just around the corner, so that's important one to have on your charts. This level, of course, got broken, so I don't know if you can say this was a fake out, but it's been there too long, so I don't know about that. I'm gonna leave it for myself right now. I think another push lower is possible. What we are finding an important support and also a trend line over here. So price is likely to struggle before finding any more momentum to the downside. Then we have the German DAX. Let's go to the daily chart to point out what's going on over here. Same thing. Price came into this level, turned around, and is now coming into a first pullback. It's not really on the daily. It's not really a reversal yet. On the 4 hour, a little bit more, but and also over here we're gonna find this level as well. Let's see what this trend line is coming from. Yes, well, okay. Well, it was back then. It was a trend line. Right now, it doesn't get respected all the time. Maybe this one. No, let's forget it for now. So yes, this came into a support, now resistance kind of thing. Let's go back to the 4 hour chart to get some more picture of yes, this is not a reversal yet, to be honest. So the DAX is still on the table to I think a pullback and then a break would be fair. The French indices as well. I think the trend line broke. I think we are looking at a possible pullback. Let's see how price will react from here on out. But it's all just happened, you know. Stocks 50 or another European still needs some more price action to confirm this is actually turning around. So keep it on your charts. How are the Asian indices behaving at the moment? Let's put it on the daily. It's like most of them. It's kind of a similar picture. I think this drop in the Nikkei is a very interesting one because it broke this trend line, but it is running into this support level right now. So I'm expecting a bounce, and maybe from there on out another leg lower will be something to look for. Some China as well. Yes, we finished the week pretty bad. So this is the daily chart. Kind of an insane run, and it's now of course running into this level, so a possible bounce from here on Monday is likely. So that's a little bit the indices. Throw something else in. Bitcoin, you know, Bitcoin again, it's I still get a lot of questions about Bitcoin, and well, in a way I get it, as long as it's not like I told you so, it's going up one day. Of course it's gonna go up one day, but as long as it is in this level, nothing is gonna happen. It needs to break out, it needs to retest, it needs to find momentum to get back to the upside, and right around the corner is this very strong support level. So price is not gonna fly through this level anytime soon. So there is a lot that needs to happen for this chart to do anything. Then I want to show you one more thing, Forex, to add to the mix, and that is the Great British Pound, Australian dollar. We were running into this this double top formation, so an important resistance. Momentum was fading a bit. We broke out to the downside already. This high wasn't really that strong looking at that high. So zooming into the daily chart, we can see that price indeed is finding a strong rejection over here. You can see it over here. If this was a low that was resistance support over here, it now got broken with two very strong and very bearish candles. So on the 4 hour, to get confirmation, yes, this is in fact a low getting taken out. So talking price action, yes, I think we are at an interesting level. This is too soon. Maybe price, what does price tell us when we are over here? Yeah, so this, I understand why price is bouncing over here. Also, this is a resistance area, especially when you look further back. Let's put that line on the chart. You can put it over here as well, so you can see that this is a level where price will likely react. So what we want to see here, or what we could see here, is a pullback into these levels, and then another attack on this trend line, and probably attack on this support level. And if it breaks, we have a very nice risk reward ratio. So summing it up, indices, it's all over the place, with breakouts and trend shifts and reversals. Very interesting. I will be focused on that most of the week. Great British Pound, Australian dollar, I will be focused on that one as well. Like I shared last week, it still didn't happen, but the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar is on my watch list still for a very high risk reward trade. Two things I want to mention. First of all, I am writing a book at the moment about trading. I'm starting out to finish off the first part. It's about trading in general, so trading stocks and forex, and trading, and it doesn't matter what you trade, but that in general, the technical analysis, the fundamental analysis, all those things. The second part, I want to talk about strategies like trend trading, swing trading, reversals, everything, and the third part is about risk management. So without a strategy, you don't have an edge in the market, but without risk management rules, you can jump in the market, and if you're wrong, you're wrong, and if you don't manage your risk, that is going to wipe out your account. So It's very important. More on the book later. And the second point I want to mention is a little bit about the same thing, because I noticed that a lot of Instagram and YouTube accounts out there, especially Instagram, they, of course, I hope I don't have to tell you that people showing pictures of cash with Ferraris is just BS. Okay, forget that, unfollow them and move on. That's not what trading is. Another thing is that people are overemphasizing the technical analysis part. Technical analysis, of course, is very important, because without technical analysis, if this was a rally to the upside and it came back here and I was taking a short because I thought, oh, it's quite a rally. No, this is the last low. Zooming out, we are coming from a major support area, etc., etc. This is an opportunity to go long, not short. So, and it starts rallying, and then it comes back over here, and this was the previous low. So you know, price action tells me this is a market that is still in an uptrend. This is just a pullback. This is an opportunity to go long and not to go short, because things are going short for quite some time now. So you know, in the basics, it's very important to do technical analysis, of course. But what if I was wrong and this was not going up? I would have bought, and it turned out that it switched around. My stop would be here. If I would trade like a $2,000 account, my loss here would be 40 bucks, period, done. No discussion about it. If I would be able to switch the position, maybe, and I start running it to the other side, that another 40 euro risk, but with a risk reward of 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, I could be making not 40 but 80 euros, or, but with risk 1 to 3, 120 euros, or maybe I would consider this a trend trade and I could get a 1 to 6, you know. So that is 6 times the potential risk that I can be making. So it's at the end of the day, it's all about the numbers in a mathematical way. Like, you're gonna have winners and you're gonna have losers, but keep in mind that without proper risk management, you're not going to be able to make money consistently. So also forget those Instagram accounts with like 5,000 profits and still running, but when you look at the balance, they have 3,000 in there. Are you crazy? That's the worst risk management ever. You didn't have a clue what you were doing when you're opening that position. It's 100% gamble. So risk management, keep it in mind. I hope something I said today will ring a bell, or will trigger you to find out more about it. But in the meantime, as long as my book isn't finished, go out there and look for risk management rules. Go look at my Instagram. I shared it a couple of times. Short version: if you find an entry, the second thing you do, look for the exit. The exit in the form of a stop loss, because if you are wrong, get out. If you are trading, for example, 2,000, that means, and you're trading at 2% risk, that means you can trade willing to lose a 40 euros in this example. So that means if your entry is over here, whatever that is, your exit is somewhere else on the charts. Once that exit is hit, that should be your $40. So the exit stop loss distance, that determines how big your lot size can be. Your lot size can never be the same. This is crazy. It can never be the same. So every trade is a unique trade. If you find an entry with a stop loss that's on a bigger time frame telling you something, that is how big your lot size can be. Of course, taking the trade should give you a positive risk reward as well, of 1 to 2, 1 to 3, or maybe even more. Also, the take profit area should be something that makes sense, not just put 1 to 3 like I'm going in here, I'm gonna exit there, so I'm gonna do it times 3, and that's where I leave my trade. Look at the charts, that's all the technical analysis about, but make sure you are always trading with a 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. And calculate your lot size the way I just described. Most important lesson of today. Guys, I wish you good luck for the next week. A lot of very nice opportunities with huge risk reward. Good luck. Happy trading.